everybody, and welcome to another Coffee with the Northerns. This is our 20K special, so it's pretty exciting. And yeah, basically I'm gonna, we have a bunch of questions from you guys, so I'm gonna be asking them, and Alex will be answering them because they're for him.
Mostly?
Yeah.
Well, all of them, actually, this time.
Pretty much.
Yeah, first of all, though, I wanted to use the opportunity that presents itself to don't roll your eyes at me.
I can't help it.
To say thank you very much for 20,000 subscribers. Now, by now, actually, 4 days later, it's 20,300 subscribers. So that just shows you the amount of growth. Yeah, I don't want to get all teary-eyed, but yeah, this is pretty amazing, and I never in 100 years would have thought that this will come out of it when I put the first video on YouTube. So thank you very much, guys. Lots of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shall we?
So, please.
Okay, so our first question is from Penta. What German dish do you miss the most?
Oh, that's easy. I miss my mom's. I miss my mom's goulash.
I don't know how to make that, so.
No. You wouldn't be able to make it like my mom anyway. That's
No,
just
I won't even try.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely to answer Penta Gulasch with Semmelknödel und Rotkraut. Right, saying
So what is it?
Semmelknödel.
Semmelknödel.
We drinking
Yes!
a beer?
I said it. I did.
Yes, you did.
Okay,
Good.
what did I just say?
It is kind of like a what was that? What I had with chicken? That was so terrible. No, the
Dumplings.
Dumplings, exactly. It's kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
dumplings, in a way, made out of breadcrumbs. Mainly, very good. And not only breadcrumbs, but also now little buns, hardened. Like you leave them out overnight, or for a week or so. So they are rock hard, and then you crumble them up in the arts.
Sounds delish.
I can make those.
It sounds amazing. Next question.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. Yeah. It sounds. The way you describe it, maybe it doesn't sound as appetizing, but yeah. Okay. The next question is from Fred.
yes.
If you had to move to the States, which one would you move to, and why?
Why? Well, for me, always the choice was between Alberta and Alabama. If I leave Germany.
Alberta's not a state.
No, I know it's a province, but it was those two, and I don't know exactly why those two, but I probably would go for Alabama, just because I like the southern states.
And I would go for something on the coast more, somewhere warm and like.
Alabama is kind of coast.
Yeah. I'm partial to Florida or maybe California.
Alberta has rednecks and Alabama has them too, so
Oh,
it's kind of...
okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, and Philip asks your age.
64. No,
Close! A
close.
little bit off
30.
there.
Yeah, 36.
Not that old. Okay, so a couple questions. More than one person asked the same question, so I'm just gonna say their names together.
Consolidated them.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that
into
they're
one.
like friends or anything. We're just putting their names together. So Phoenix and Gavin, who are separate people. Anyhow, they both asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, I assume they mean in terms of YouTubing, and if I'm still YouTubing by then, and if people still watch my videos, I don't know. That's a big if.
I'm pretty sure you'll still be YouTubing.
I'm pretty sure I will still be YouTubing. The question is if still people will watch it, but I honestly don't know. I just we just have to see where it all goes, how fast it goes, and how fast it grows. I mean, there is this small thing in the back of my head still, and it will always be there, to have my own computer shop at one point, build custom PCs, and spend the rest of the time YouTubing, making that YouTube money. But no, most money with custom PCs. But yeah, so that would be the dream, you could say.
Okay. Okay, so this next question was asked by DJ Prison and TheNorthernAlex. So, what is your job besides YouTube?
Yeah, there's this misconception that YouTube is my main job. That's not the case. No, I'm in my day job, so to say. I am what's called a transportation representative. That's pretty much a mixture out of DOT officer and safety officer and dispatch and H&R officer or HR officer, and yeah. It's hard to say because our company doesn't really. Yeah, that's what it's called anyway. I'm with transportation. I control trucks. I check when they speed. I make sure when we hire new people they get orientated. All that kind of stuff. So a little bit of everything.
And also, will you have a giveaway for 50 or 100K?
Yeah, I will have a giveaway I had a giveaway yesterday. We're gonna have giveaways all the time, but for 50 and 100K, that's gonna be where it's like major giveaways from companies that are actually in the process here to getting sponsorship set up. So then we're talking hardware, but more to that as things are progressing.
Okay, so Will Shaw, what were your past occupations?
That's a lot. All right, try to make that quick. I'm gonna start after I left college, I think.
Yeah.
Which was I did my apprenticeship as a heavy-duty mechanic for truck and trailer with the company MAN. Hence why I drive a MAN in ETS2. Then after that, I went. After I finished my apprenticeship, I went to the army. Did that. Was a sergeant there with the Army Aviation. First for ground technician, and later on a CH-53 GS helicopter, medium transport helicopter. After that, I got my training as the EMT. Did that for a while. Then fast forward. No, not true. Do we count my failed attempt on running a horse farm too, or horse ranch? Then after that, moving to Canada, I was again heavy-duty mechanic. Then a ranch hand and cattle hauler and grain hauler and fertilizer. Well, I hauled farm equipment anyway. And after that, truck driver, again as on Super Bees hauling oil. And then I got into the position that I'm now.
Wow, see, that makes you sound old.
I know.
Because you've done a lot.
And that's the thing, I've done a lot and I've been at a lot of places, and yeah, that's where people think I'm 40 and I'm really not.
Yeah.
So I just look at the part.
Okay, so, Saint Gabe, why did you move away from Germany?
Why did I move away from Germany? Well, that would be a long thing, but I tried to keep it short. I moved away from Germany because while living in Germany, I was missing something. It's hard to explain if you don't have that feeling, but there was something missing and I could not put my finger on it. I came for the very first time to Canada and I felt like coming home. I felt for the first time this whole restlessness being gone. That's why I moved away from Germany, to keep that short and sweet.
Okay. Green scene. What car do you drive?
GMC Sierra.
Truck,
not a car.
Yeah, not a... Okay. Nick Bricks, what year were you a soldier and what division were you in?
Well, I was a soldier up until the December of 2004. And I was part of the 3rd Division, 35th Regiment, 352nd 352nd Technical Battalion. Regiment. No. What would it be? Squadron, sorry. I had to break it down from the German way.
Oh.
The army is to make it relatable for our North American friends.
Okay, so from Keto Gaming, what editing program are you using?
I'm using what's it called? CCS6. Premiere, Adobe Premiere.
Okay.
Best program to use for editing as far as I'm concerned, and now with Creative Cloud affordable.
Okay. And tips for starting up YouTube.
Oh, that is not a short question. That is almost that deserves an extra video because there's so much. Just sum it down, be yourself. Don't try to be anybody but yourself. There's already PewDiePie out there, there's already Markiplier out there, and there is a Bay Area Bucks and a Jeff Fabiano, and just do your own thing. Don't try to copy if that's not you. That's my basic tip.
Very good. What state did you live in Germany? And that was... Yeah.
Oh, that was in German, right?
Yeah.
Well, then I will answer that in German. So the question in German was, in welchem Bundesland hast du gelebt, wenn man fragen darf? I remember that question. Yeah, I know. And to answer the question in English, it was Hesse. And to answer it in German, ja, ich bin ein Hessebub.
Fair enough. Chucky asks, what was your first gaming system? What was your first gaming system?
My first gaming system? Oh boy. That was before the Atari 2600 was released. So that was a Philips G96 something. If I find a picture of that thing, I will have it right now in there, but it was interesting. Let's put it that way.
Was it like one of those old tennis?
No, it was a little bit more advanced than that. It had Qbit already, but it was old. It's older than the Atari 2600, yes. So that was my very first system when I was a wee little boy.
Okay, sorry if I say some of these names wrong. I'm sorry. I think it's Luscombe Pilot or Luscombe Pilot. I'm not sure. What is your favorite pie?
You know that.
I guessed apple, just because. Just
I'm
the most
very-
normalish kind of pie.
Yeah, I'm very fond of apple pie. And apple crisp with
And
vanilla
apples.
ice cream and apples and apple juice and...
Okay, so here's another question asked by a couple people. So, West Noble and Mega ATV Lover, what made you start YouTube?
What made me start YouTube? My very first video on my channel was a light that arrived for a truck setup, but the first gaming video on my channel was a mod spotlight actually, of a mod that I made for the RCMP, GTA RCMP, now called, what are they now called? Oh, Mounties Gaming Community, but back then they were still GTA RCMP, and I just wanted to showcase a mod that got me into gaming videos.
Okay. Gage, how long will you continue EM for?
Until my computer blows up. Or no mods are out there anymore. And even then I probably will continue because the game is just simply amazing.
Okay.
It's old, but amazing.
Scorched One says, what got you into gaming?
Oh, I think I answered that before, kind of. Or into gaming in general, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, if we go into gaming in general, I guess nobody liked me when I was little. All I had was my computer.
That's so sad.
Well, it's true though.
Okay.
I'm not complaining, but it's very true. The friends that I had were all Americans, and they had longer school than I did, so when I had no one to go to and whatnot, I would be playing video games, and later video games replaced the friends, so yeah, that got me into gaming.
That's good.
Yeah,
that was
I know.
a good thing.
It was
Yeah.
amazing. But things turned around.
Okay, Silent Assault asks, question, are you pro or anti-gun control? I don't know the answer. I don't know your answer, so.
I think I am... Yeah, it's hard to say because we're in Canada, so we have pretty... we have gun control in place. But I personally think that concealed carry wouldn't be a bad thing because people would think twice before they mug you. Now, out here, it's really not much of a problem, but I think especially in higher crime areas. So I'm... Gun registry, definitely, but within reason. Because if you're a bad guy, well, you don't care about the laws anyway, so... I'd rather have a gun on my side to be able to defend me, but then again, as an ex-soldier, I have a different opinion than most people anyway about that whole thing. But that should answer that.
Okay, now Colton asks, now I had this question too. When
No.
are you uploading Goat Sim?
Oh, that's an easy question. Can I spell it out for you? Never.
Well, you said you're gonna spell it out.
Yeah, Never. Never. Never ever.
I think it's worth a try.
That game is just frustrating.
Or maybe I'll have to try it.
Yeah, you can be the goat.
Okay, LIPD asks, what made you start EM4?
What made you start EM4? Well, I don't know. That was really... Well, that was complete coincidence because I play the Emergency series since the very, very first title of the franchise, which Emergency 1, go figure, which only featured police. And... Or was it even police? I think it was called Police or something like that. Emergency Police. But yeah, I played ever since the very first release, and I just tried if videos would be like those. It was just a test, and yeah, that first video that just blew up. So, yeah.
Okay. Eric, do you have any goals and things you are going to do at certain milestones?
That is a good question that I cannot answer. I haven't thought that far ahead. I mean, well, take that as it comes. I say at 50 and 100k, I kind of have an idea of what I want to give away, just to show appreciation for everybody. And if all those deals that I'm working on work out, then it's gonna be interesting. But as I said, I can't say much about it yet. But that's pretty much all I have figured out yet.
Okay. LCDOJ Blainer? I hope I said that right. How did you find Code Zero?
I didn't. They phoned me. Under zone.
What?
What? No. Yeah, no. Honestly, when I met Bugs for the first time, I didn't know who he was. So we ended up in a... What?
Just kidding.
Yeah, well... I got into a TeamSpeak call with the guys through a former member of Code Zero. We happened to be in the same MCN, and I don't know. It was just we got along and we became friends. And then Bugs told me I'm a part of Code Zero. I said, "Do I have a say in that thing?" No. But well then, my contract was written, I guess. So they literally found me because I did not know who Bugs or Jeff or any of those guys are.
Yeah.
Shocker, I know.
Yeah.
But that was also long before Bugs was 100k.
True. Yeah. Okay, Ryan Dexter.
Oh, hey Ryan.
What was your all-time favorite game growing up?
It's so easy. Mario. On the good old Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh yeah. I would say the same thing if I played games.
That was the most amazing thing. Second most amazing, Duck Hunt. That dog.
I actually remember that game where you had like the big gun, right?
And then the dog would come up.
Yeah, I actually remember that.
And I would just stand there. You darn dog.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so Romanel? Sorry, I don't know. Okay.
Tons of questions, guys.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
My favorite YouTuber. I don't have one. Hard to believe, I don't have one.
Are you gonna throw a few names
I
out there,
think-
or no?
I think who inspired me in the beginning the most is somebody who blew very shortly after that up, Paul. The Squirrel's Nuts, now only called Squirrel. Back then it was still Scrolls Nuts. He was very influential, and yeah, I think he was the most influential for me because I watched him most.
Okay. And last but not least, from the same guy, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck wood?
A so-called woodchuck, correctly called a groundhog, that is, throw as much wood, or woodchuck, that is, throw as much as the woodchuck in question was physically able to chuck, if woodchucks in general had the capability and presumably the motivation to chuck wood.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that is all the questions we have time for today.
That's a long Q&A, 20 minutes. So if you guys made it really through that whole video, which, if you made it, kudos to you. Thank you again, guys. Really, from the bottom of my heart. 20k, I know for some it's nothing, but it's insane. It's like 5 times the people that live here.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, no, 4 times. But anyway, it's a lot of people. So thank you very, very much, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. Because we'll see where it is in 5 years.
Yeah.
There won't be a Q&A for the next, well, I don't know, 20,000, probably at 80 if we reach that ever. Consider another Q&A. So you have to look back on this one then. Yeah, I guess that's all we have.
Guys.
Thanks. Have a good day. God bless.